Hi, friends. This is Sally on Camp Creek. Sally and Howard. Howard smells like a dog today. He's a little hyper. He really wants down. He wants down so he can lay on my heating pad that he has commandeered. Say hi, Howard. Say hi. He's feeling lazy today. Oh, he's so white. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness, Howard. He is such a lazy little dog. Don't kiss me. You're icky. You got bad breath. Anyway. Oh, he wants to lay back like this. Oh, he don't wait. He really wants down. He wants on his blanket, which used to be my blanket. It was my hot pad, and I laid it over my shoulder one day, and he was in here with me, and he just knew it was warm, and he wanted it so bad, and I laid it on the ground just to see what he would do, and it's not been mine since. It's his. It goes in his kennel when he goes to sleep at night, set on number 1, not under him, but next to him. He lays his head on it. I don't know if that's good or not. I'm sure someone has a comment or a thought or something on it to tell me whether it's good or not. I don't know. He just does it. So that's what he's up to today. Anyway, this is Sally on Camp Creek. I haven't been here in a while because I have been busy. Do you know it's been Thanksgiving? Oh my goodness. And it's been the beginning of the busy season, which is always a busy season. So that's just kind of a dumb thing to say, isn't it? Anyway, so I was thinking, we talked about comfort handwork or comfort crochet, which actually crochet is maybe more comforty to me than knitting, although there's times when knitting is more mentally relaxing, and there's sometimes when I want to do embroidery. Don't know why. It's kind of weird. And I do need to make me some more embroidered tea towels because I have the tea towels. Atwood's real cheap. And I need to make some because the ones I have are so stained and discolored. And anyway, I need some more. I don't like to lay the dirty ones over my bread to raise. I don't know. It's just not that they're dirty because I bleach them and everything, but they're stained and they just get stained. Anyhow, I need to make me some more. It's what I need to do. But I haven't done it. I haven't done it yet, but I need to do it. Anyway, how are things on the farm? Let's see. Where shall I begin? Oh, yeah. I had the neighbor's dog. I had the dog that's not my dog, but that lives across the street with me for a few days. Oh, my goodness. Do you see these extra bags under my eyes other than the natural ones? And there's these extra ones. Let me tell you what they're there for. That dog at night would get underneath my bed, which is fine. I don't care. But in the middle of the night, it would start dreaming and start turning over. It was poltergeist. I'm telling you, it was like poltergeist. Every 2 hours, that dog would wake me up. Groaning, moaning, growling, barking, and flipping under my bed. Its little feet hitting. It's big feet, hitting my bed. After about 3 days of that, I didn't let the dog sleep in the house anymore. I put him in the other house and turned the heater on because it was way too noisy. Could not sleep. Did that. And we had Thanksgiving. We had family Thanksgiving with my husband's family. First, we had it on the Saturday before Thanksgiving. And hot tamale. Isn't it pretty? Came from Enid, Oklahoma, from the yarn store that my son stopped and let me browse through. It was so much fun. It's a super silky Emma's Yarns Crazy Beautiful color. It's like this. Don't know that it's necessarily a sock yarn because it's merino and silk, but it's it's going to be socks for me. So that's what it's going to be. Oh, Howard, do you think you need to go outside? I don't think so. You stay inside, okay? Anyway, we had our Thanksgiving, and we had the best turkey and ham. We had pumpkin pie and pecan pie, and we had all kinds of other desserts, all kinds. And we had some casseroles, the potato casseroles, the sweet potato casseroles, the whatever, like that. Just all kinds of yummy food, stuffings and gravies and potatoes and various different kinds of this, that, and the other, and what have you, and whatsoever. And it was so good. And when it was over, everybody needed to sleep for 3 days. I didn't really eat very much turkey. I have a turkey in the freezer that I'm going to go thaw out because my grandkids that live across the street like turkey. And their dad wants them to eat healthy. So I've been trying to make healthier snacks because when they come over or you go to grandma's, you want to eat something, right? It's just what you want to do. You want to eat at grandma's. It's just a rule. It's a rule of life. I spent most of my childhood with my nose stuck in my grandma's refrigerator. I didn't even like Jell-O, but she always had Jell-O with fruit in it. And because it was her house and she had it, I liked it, and I used to eat it when I would go to her house. That's what grandmas are supposed to do and supposed to have, right? Yes, you are right. These are, I believe these are Knitter's Pride, I think. And this one is too. This is the little square wooden ones, and then this is the wooden with the points, and those points catch your yarn and sometimes fall off and break. So I don't know, but I have had these a long time. They're not really my favorite, but they were the right size. And as I am so difficultly hard on knitting needles, I try to use them up. I know most people will have their knitting needles for 40 years, but not this old gal, let me tell you. I lose them in the strangest way. Usually they get set on. I was at a football practice and I got the ball on the sidelines and it broke some needles not too long ago. It was kind of funny. Anyway, that's what they are. And they're not all that in a cup of coffee. My favorite would probably be just cheap metal ones. Second, and sometimes preferable, is Clover's double pointed needles. I do like those, especially for silky yarn. That's why I'm using these wooden ones right here on this, because this has enough silk in it that I don't want my needles to fall out when I do that. And the metal ones sometimes are a little bit slicker, which is nice too, because then you can go really fast if you have slicky ones. And yes, a lot of times I do magic loop, but I don't know. Sometimes just the old ways are what your fingers want to do at the time. So, anyhow, back to Thanksgiving. So it was a lovely Thanksgiving turkey day. We were very thankful for all of our blessings, and very, very glad to be with family, and happy that everybody is doing as well as they are doing. So I have a little bit of laddering right here, so I'm going to move over a few stitches. I'm going to just slide a couple stitches over to the next needle, and then that will suck that up in my next round and get rid of that laddering issue that I'm having right there, because I don't like it. I have not really worked on my socks for a while, just because I have been doing some crochet. I have just been busy. I've been busy with other things. and I just haven't done as much as I should. But it's the time of year that I want to get my socks out and work on them. Small things in your hand sometimes are the best. It's easier to watch the Christmas programs if you have something that you can work on while you don't have to look, right? So that's what I think. What else has happened? Oh, we got over the election, and that part is over. Um, and we survived the first little cold spell, and we did lose a couple of goats. I don't know why. When it was cold, it was kind of weird. We had one goat. My son hasn't really, I just told him he was gone, and he hasn't really investigated to find out maybe if there's some reason. Um, but we lost one goat. Something scared her in the goat pen, and I never heard, and he never heard, and no one ever heard any bleeding. A lot of times we used to have a goat. We'll call her Hope, that would get her horns stuck in the fence. And she would cry and cry and cry, and we'd go out there and find her, and we'd get her horn out. Anyway, they did a thing where they took her horns off, and it did help. She does, of course, doesn't get her horns stuck in the fence anymore, but what she does is she goes out of the fence and wanders around, then she goes back in. But the electric fence did quit working. It's grounded somewhere. I walked it like 3 or 4 or 5 times, and I did work on it as I went, but I never did get it to working. But my son is home, and he was gone for a couple of days. He's home now, and so that's on the list. They don't, this time of year, the goats don't get out too bad. So this particular goat that died, though, something scared it, I think. It had some problems, obviously, anyway, because otherwise it wouldn't have reacted that way. But it ran, and it got its horns stuck in the fence, which is really weird. And it must have anyway. It died, and that must have been what happened. I don't know. That we don't know what happened, except that it had its horn stuck in one of the fences. Anyway, it died. The other one that died, I think, was just an old goat, and it was her time. So we did that. That was sad. No chickens died. Like when it first gets cold, sometimes the things that are weak, old, sometimes that's when they go. No chickens. Rosie's still out there. I tell you, she's going to be here when Jesus comes. She's old as Methuselah. She's really not that old, but she's been through a lot. She finally has quit molting. She finally has feathers. Finally. But it's real funny. Her feathers have kind of grown in curly. I don't know. It's weird. I've had chickens molt for years, but she looks really strange. But she's still out there. I thought she might kick the bucket, but she hasn't kicked the bucket. So she's still there. The cat's doing great. Of course, Howard, he got in trouble because he chased the cows one day, and then he chased the goats one day, and then he chased the chickens one day. So he was in trouble, and he had to have some gentle training on, that's when you stand in the yard and you say, "Stop that right now, you chase those chickens." And then they kind of stop, and he gets the idea. But I got after him a couple of times, and he quit. So I think we're going to be able to keep him. You can't keep a dog on the farm that chases animals. You have to either train it out of him or find him a new home. And we have had to do that down through the years. Just because. Anyway, so all's good. Everybody ate. Everybody had what they wanted to eat. And everybody was happy when it was over with. And Then we had our own Thanksgiving, which we just had fried chicken because there was only it was only one of us, one family was here. And so we had fried chicken and pumpkin pie, and it was good. And we had lots of fun. Got lots of work done on my house, which I needed to do. And that's always a lot of fun to sit around and watch other people work. I like it anyway. But did I get any knitting or crochet done? No, I did not. I didn't get any of that done. And what's bad about that is I have this one pink blanket. Now, I have decided 14 different ways to gift this blanket. I mean, seriously, I was going to give it to a sister-in-law. Then I decided no. First of all, I just wanted to make it. I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. I just wanted to make it. I saw the yarn and I thought, oh, that'd be so pretty in a variegated type of where the colors go in and out. All the pinks. I thought it would be so pretty with brown. And and I still like it. I do like it. It's softened up a lot too. It was kind of stiff at first. It's not near done. It's about halfway done, I would say. It needs another 2 feet on it or another 1.5 feet to be couch size, I believe. If it was a baby blanket, it would be done. So I had a friend who is having a baby, and I thought about this for her after I changed my mind 2 or 3 ways that I was going to do with it. And then I decided, no, it's not really. It's your baby's going to get their toes caught. No, it's couch. It's couch. It needs to go on a couch. So then I decided, Christmas giveaway. And I think I've gone back and forth on that. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to give this to the Christmas giveaway. Our family, we play the Dirty Santa game. I think that's what it is. So if that's the case, I have till January 4th or something like that to finish this sucker. I got to get it done. I've got all the yarn. I just don't have all the time. I've got all the yarn. If Howard doesn't quit dragging it all over creation, I come home, yarn tied up everywhere. So one of my yarn balls, I had to throw half of it away because he chewed on it and got it icky. So that's where, and I haven't done much. Now, this, yes, Howard. Thank you, Howard. Thank you so much, Howard. We did that. But I haven't worked on it. I've got to get it worked on. I've got to. It's got to get done. I got this out because this is my sock shawl. I won't pull it out. I got it out and set it out thinking I would work on it. But what happened? Let me tell you what happened. Howard happened. So I've got to straighten my little balls out because Howard likes little balls. Now he does not like his ball that he has for him, that is his. He likes little yarn balls that are not his, not for him. No. My niece's virus shawl. That's all I've done on it, fans. That's it. That's all I've gotten done. It's terrible. This is, I love this yarn. I can't even remember, and I don't have the band. It had to be balled up because it would not stop falling its string. My niece carries. And my sweater. Have not worked on my sweater. No, I have not. But I'll tell you one thing about it. Before, when I was working on this, I was trying to put 2 rows on a day. I would do a row and I would look down below and see a nasty stitch from months ago, and I would have to drop down and fix the stitch. I just kept finding them. I decided this is not good to do while watching TV. It is not good mindless because the yarn splits and I don't notice it. So that's why I haven't worked on it. In the process, I had to get my Christmas stuff out. Okay. We got it out. The kids were excited. They were going to help Grandma decorate. We got it all out. I'm missing a box, a whole box. One box of my nativity set's not here. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff is missing. So I got to go back up in the attic and search around again and see. Howard, what are you doing? Hey, what are you eating? There is nothing on the floor that you should be eating. Stop it. Stop it. He's chewing on something. Come here. What is it? Oh, he's not going to give it to me now. No. See, my neck wobbles just like his wobbles when I do that. Anyway, I broke the Christmas tree. Just to make a long story short, it's only 4 years old. And I mean, when I bought that tree, I thought, it's okay to spend this money on this tree because it's going to last till I die. Tree's broke. So, meanwhile, the FedEx man came and he brought my grandkids' Christmas package that I bought early and he put it in the yard. Like it's in the yard. 2 huge boxes in the yard. Instead of giving them all $50 like I usually do, I decided I would buy them something for the yard. So I bought them this thing. I don't want to say what it is because sometimes they listen. That's, you get me? Oh. Anyhow, I'm trying to decide. Do I drag that thing to the shed, which may be easier said than done? Do I put a tarp over it? I can't decide. Do I just give it to them early? They can't because it's got to be put together and staked down, and no one has time to do that right now. So if they see it, they can't play with it yet. Anyway, Howard, where did you get those? Where did you get the bunny ears? Those were in the Halloween costumes. Come here. He's wreaking havoc and destruction. Anyway, so I don't know what to do about that. But we'll figure it out, right? Yes, we will. Meanwhile, back at camp, in the Christmas stuff, look what I found. Yes, first of all, these are the socks I wear all the time. I know they're pink. I made them, and they were too big. And my husband said, well, I don't care if they're pink. I'll wear them, because he always loved my socks. So he wore them, and then when he passed away, I got them back. Look. Howard chewed on my sock. Now, this is Patton's Croy. Camelot, I believe, was his color. I always thought this was a really pretty pink, blue, purpley kind of a thing. Gray, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so I laundered them. They're so old that they're somewhat felted. These were made toe up with that boomerang heel, which I thought was really easy and I enjoyed, but I don't think I ever did it again. I don't know why. I spent weeks trying to really learn and perfect that Turkish cast on. Once I got it, I didn't do it again. I don't know. But I am going to mend these. I do think I have a bit of this yarn that I have not put in my shawl. I think I have enough. I can even do it in the color. But if I don't, I have lots and lots and lots of Patton Croy scraps that I could use a different color, and I don't care. And it'll be it'll be something that I will be able to practice my darning and my mending. It's a nice big hole right here. Yeah, it is. But these are pretty old, and so it's felted, so it's going to make it much easier. I don't have to worry about losing everything. So that's what happened with those. But meanwhile, in the Christmas stuff, I found my husband's socks. These were just 3 or 4 pair that I kept. A lot of them were wore out, and I just made myself throw them away. This is Patton's Croy. I can't remember what color this was. Don't remember what this was. But this is a typical vanilla sock, top down, a slip stitch heel, regular old decreased gusset, and typical toe decrease. What, Howard? I'm not turning the TV on. Okay, another Patton's. I had a lot of this. This reminded me of Sock Monkey. It may have been called Sock Monkey. I can't remember. But this is the same vanilla pattern. He liked these shorter socks. And I should have started them in the same place, but as you can see, I did not. I almost did. I wonder if this sock might be a little bit bigger than that one. Nope, not really. And then this was the Clover. I love this yarn. This was a Croy special or something anyway. This is, I made several pair out of this Clover color. I always liked this. Now this yarn was a little thicker, and one toe is definitely shaped different than the other toe. Yeah, don't know, don't ask me, couldn't tell you. Now I believe that these were the vanilla pattern, but 2 at a time. You can do that on like 2 needles or on 1 needle, but in the same fashion that you would do it on 2 needles, I think. And I like that because I like getting them done at the same time. But also what I don't like about it is I want to pull my sock out and work on it quickly. Like I want it to take me 1/4 of a second to get it out of the bag. I don't want to have to, okay, put the bag down. You got to get it out, arrange it. You got to untangle it. No matter what you do, you have to try to set your knitting, and then you can go do it. Well, if it's 20 minutes to town, it takes 3 or 4 minutes to visit, and then you get your knitting out and you're visiting. It takes 4 or 5 minutes to, slowly go through the process of getting it out and straightening it up, and then you lose knitting time. Anyway, I just want to be able to pull it out, work on it, stuff it back in like that. So that was why I didn't enjoy that as much. Although there were aspects of it that I did like, really, really, really liked it well. But I tend to just always go back to the old, top down vanilla. I have a pair of socks that I've been working on. I haven't worked on them in years. I need to finish them. I tell you the reason I don't is because they're made in a solid red color, and I think it's boring. I think my brain thinks it's boring. And so I just haven't, but they're cabled. Okay. They were going to be cabled lace, but they ended up just being cabled because I could never remember to put the lace piece in. So, but for some reason when I get especially like this that makes a neat stripe, I will finish those. I don't know. It's just got to be my brain. Anyway, so in the process, I came across my sister's patterns. And this is a sweater. I don't know where she bought this book. I want to make that sweater, and the instructions are right here. However, it's a bit fitted. And I don't really know that I want to make fitted. Also, there is a wonderful there's a really nice shruggy type sweater that this is what I think I'm going to make first. I may make the sleeves a little bit longer, like just below the elbow, and a little like quarterly, because I need a sweater for the house that I can wash dishes in. That sounds crazy, but I get tired of doing this. Come about October, I put a sweater on and I wear it until it warms up. All the time in the house. Howard, what do you want? What? I don't know what you want. You're going to have to be more expressive. So this is called Sibylla, and they've knit it in espresso. These are Barocco. This is a Barocco pattern book. I'm sure she bought this in Wattonga at the yarn shop that used to be there forever ago. But I may have enough yarn in my garage sale yarn in there to make this. Although I'm kind of chunky. I don't know. I'm kind of fluffy. So it does have a 1X, 2X, 3X size. Takes 6 hanks of something. Don't know that I have those, but I could mix and match, you know. That's what I tend to do anyway. And it's just, it's like nothing. It's like you start with the sleeves, you make a sleeve, then you do the ribbing. It tells you just exactly how to do the sleeves. And then the lower section is just, basically you do the sleeve on. It's done in a piece. So I could do this. It would be very easy. And I could probably find it on the internet where someone has done it if I have problems. That's the thing. Even though it's old, you can find anything on the internet. A lot of things you don't want to see. But, you know, just type it in. You can find all kinds of stuff. So you start with the right sleeve. And you go across. You knit across. Sideways. That's kind of cool. And then I think you do the lower section. Very interesting. I may have to do this. It looks easy. And I don't know if you put the fitted band on it. Anyway, I may have to try it. I don't know. Who knows? It's time to make something different. I only have 97 things started that I need to finish several shawls. Someone asked me the other day if I would crochet a blanket for them. Because they had a friend who needed one. I'm like, no. I love you, but no. I said, I have so many things that I have started that I've got to get finished. Just no time. Can't do it. Howard, what are you doing in there? Howard, have you been bad? Have you been naughty? Huh? He looks quite suspicious. Anyway, so Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Grandma's getting fat. Grandma needs to slow down. I need to slow down and knit. I need to crochet. I don't know. I need to do something. But you know what I want to do? I want to bake bread. And I'm gonna bake bread this week. I'm gonna bake bread because the kids need a loaf of bread, but I'm not gonna eat it. No, seriously, I really do need to make bread. Get some bread done because we're out and it's $5 a loaf where we live, and I can make it. And I love to make bread, so I'm gonna make some bread. I got to this week, and get some of that done. And I've got to get my Christmas decorations out. I've got to fix my tree that broke. The base broke. Got to figure out a way to fix it. Like Chihuahua. And then we can decorate. And then we can be all ready for Christmas, for the Christmas season. I just feel like this is a special Christmas. I probably feel that way every year, but I really want to celebrate. I want to celebrate um, God with us, you know. It's a wonderful time to celebrate that. And I know we don't know Jesus was born in December. Some people say he was born in September. Some people say December. You know what? I don't care. I'm just glad he was born. And if we randomly pick a date out of a hat and say, this is the day we're going to celebrate it, then I'm all for that. So I can't wait to celebrate Jesus coming to earth and God with us. And it's exciting. It's exciting because Howard, what are you doing? He's wanting to lay on top of my Afghan. Anyway, yes, it's a wonderful season, and we're all thankful for it. And now I'm going to hang up. No, I'm going to say goodbye because I've talked too much, and I need to get up and do my dishes because that's what I need to do. I need to go out and let the chickens out so they can sun. Do you know people don't do that? I didn't know it, but people don't sun their children. Is that weird? Even my grandkids and myself, if I'm feeling under the weather, I go outside and pull my sleeves up. My husband used to say you need to pull your shirt up because you absorb the sunlight through your trunk. I don't know if he just wanted me to feel foolish standing on the porch with my shirt up or something, but that's what he used to say. And get that sunshine and quit chewing on that, Howard. And take your shoes off and walk in the dirt. People think these are all new things, but they're really not. These are old ideas that were good ideas. But I was talking to someone the other day, and they'd never heard of sunning their children or sunning or getting sun. Like, really? I thought everybody did that. Go out and you get the sunlight, and it makes you feel well, good for your body. Anyway, I need to get some sun today because I've been busy and I haven't. Howard's being kind of naughty. Here, this is your toy. Chew on that. Anyway, I have a joke. Do you know what you call an old snowman? Water. Bye-bye. See y'all. God bless.